Welcome back to the off-grid property. Today's project is to build the fire pit. This was a project that I was planning on doing this time last year, and the cabin kind of took over all construction stuff. But let me show you what I'm working with and kind of what my thoughts are. This area is nice and flat, at least flat-ish for my purposes. So one of my thoughts is that there are trees kind of in a circle over here and the pergola, and I can run my string lights over here and have a really beautiful little picnic area behind me, and then the fire pit right where I'm standing right now. All right, it is getting dark out and the mosquitoes on my hand. Got them. And we actually changed the shape a little bit. You can see we made it into a perfect square. This is kind of how we have it sitting on the ground. Got it about 4 or 5 deep, and everything is nice and level. It has finally become dark outside, and the nighttime noises of the woods are finally coming to life. And I had to take just a minute and take a beat and thank the Lord for the opportunities that I have to be out here. I'm reminded of a quote from Andy Bernard in The Office where he says, "I wish someone told you when you were in the good old days, while you were in the good old days." And I think about that quote sometimes and try not to miss the moments as they come, even if it's as small as hearing your kids giggle from inside the cabin while you're roasting the marshmallows. You got to take it in, and you got to give God the glory for those special moments, even in the simple things. Deer tracks all throughout here. Saw a little brim swimming around in the water.
I don't know where to put it.
Since Maddie was my helper, she gets to put her handprint down in the concrete. So take your right hand, just spread it out. And just right there, you're just gonna...
Right there?
Yeah, nice and flat. Push it down. That's good.
Oh my gosh, it's so cold though.
There you go.
My hand.
That's okay.
It's so dirty.
All right, lift up. There you go, Maddie. Welcome back to the halfway point of this video. This is a couple weeks later. The concrete has, I think, cured by now. Truman and I got here last night, and on the way here, unfortunately, we hit a deer. Almost hit 2, but hit 1 and damaged my brand new truck. Really sad. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Well, there you go. Nice, good dent in the side of my brand new F-150 and a good little crack in the fiberglass / paint right there. Yeah, that stinks. I was driving down the highway going about 65 or so, and 2 deer were in the middle of the road, and I had to swerve to wedge my truck between them. And as I went between them, my back end kind of came around a little bit, and that deer on the left just slammed right into it. So happy Thanksgiving to me. I guess I'll have to take it to the shop and get it worked on. Man, I've been trying my best to take good care of this truck, so it's heartbreaking. But I'm just so grateful to God that Truman and I are safe. Could have been a lot worse. It could have hit the front side of my truck and caused major damage. So really glad none of that happened. And I consider myself blessed. Well, I'm back at the off-grid property. My truck has been fixed, but I made a big mistake. Let me show you what I'm talking about. This is a hidden key. You can see how rusty it is because I left my gate keys, four-wheeler keys, cabin keys, all of that at my house because I had taken everything out of my truck when I took it to the shop to get fixed. The problem is that while I have a gate key, somewhere on this 20 acres is a hidden key for the cabin, and I don't remember where it is. And I have a truckload full of stuff. I've got chairs, couches, propane tank for the heating system, all that stuff that I really wanted to get done today. I really hope I can. We'll see how this goes. Well, I have looked everywhere and cannot find the spare cabin key. This is how you learn lessons. Is the hard way. So guess who's gonna have 15 spare keys hidden out here at some point. I've got maybe like 20 or 30 minutes of work that I can do, hopefully. I do have the opportunity to go in the shop, but most of the tools that I use like regularly are in the cabin. But I do have a bunch of stuff in here. We'll see what I can find to actually do a little bit of work. Pretty darn good. All right, it is 1 p.m. and Truman and I are gonna head home in just a few minutes. I never found the key, sadly. But I was able to work outside for like maybe 3 hours, get all these random side projects done. I was able to get into the shop, which was a blessing. And I put the couch in the shop and all this other stuff I brought out here in the shop. So that's all out here. I'm gonna try and come tomorrow to get everything kind of tightened up. And it should be ready for Christmas. You get to run in God's creation, yeah. So definitely need at least one more work day to get it ready for Christmas. So stinks that I didn't have the key, but it's all good. Truman and I are going for a hike down here to the creek right now and have a little fun. And I'll turn around and head back home. Actually, I messaged Heather on the way here. 2 more doe ran out in front of my truck and almost hit them after 1 day of it being repaired. So you never know. Maybe if I had remembered the keys and it put me behind 20 seconds, maybe I would have hit the deer. You never know how God works. So we're still able to get a lot done today. This is probably about the 2/3 part of the video, but the fire pit is done, which is awesome. And now just got to do a few things on the inside to get ready for Christmas morning out here. Welcome back to an early, misty, foggy, cold morning here at the Off-Grid property. I think this is the perfect time to light the first fire in the new fire pit. All right, we officially have a new spot for fireside chats, which is awesome. A real spot, not a just little blank spot in the woods, but an actual fire pit with real chairs. This, a little behind the scenes for you. This is where I film the regular fireside chats, right up against the cabin. And so the camera goes literally right here next to the cabin, down low, and I film with that in the background. But I'm excited to now have a real spot for fireside chats. And my son asked me yesterday if we'll be roasting marshmallows on Christmas, and I said, of course we will. I know what I'm doing. Hark the herald angels sing, glory to the newborn King. All right, we made it down here to my favorite part of the creek where you can really see down it.
And you can find a lot of leaves.
Yeah.
And the ground.
You know, scripture says, as the deer pants for water, so my soul pants for you. Yearns for God. And if I'm honest, that's not always the case. That's not how I feel all the time. But with views like this and God's creation, I start to kind of get what they're talking about. because this does make me want to be closer to the Lord. You know what to say.
Cheese.
No.
Wait. God's creation is meant to be explored.